What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the vlog. And today I'm going to be recording a quick video of something special I have in the garage. A couple of changes that I'm making to the S1000, a couple of updates, little vlog over here, you know. It's been a little while. And first and foremost, I'd like to say that thank you for everyone that's been watching the content. I know it's not on a regular basis, but I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I do this out of love, I do this out of passion. I love meeting new people in the same industry, same passion, same hobby. So that's the whole point of this, to get to know people, to get to know more people in the same hobbies. And I wanted to start off by showing you guys a bike, my friend's bike. He dropped it off and he did a trip from Alberta, Canada to Ontario, and it took him about like 2 or 3 days. He covered about 4,000 kilometers, and then he dropped his bike off here. So before I present you guys the bike, I just want you guys to know it's not a sport bike, but it's similar, sport touring. It's all right, guys, and there we go. So this is his Z900RS, and he did a complete trip road by road on this bike, and he dropped it off today in the morning, and I'm going to take it for a ride. But before we take this bike for a ride and I give you guys my impression on this bike, first of all, it looks sleek, looks like an old school retro bike, so that's great. But before I do take this bike out for a ride, I wanted to give it a little bit update on the S1K. So I've been having some hearing issues, not anything crazy, but my right ear's been ringing quite a bit, and it's because of the 15-16 years of riding, and I didn't use hearing protection for almost like 10-11 years, you know. So use your hearing protection. Now I use hearing protection, but this shorty exhaust on long rides anywhere between 3 and 4 hours is really loud. And so for me, because I'm trying to ride long distances, I actually took out the other exhaust, which came with the bike. And what I did was, in the meantime, I ordered a full Akrapovic silencer exhaust from BMW. So that'll be coming in on the 11th, and then that'll be going in its place. I put this up for sale, and that exhaust I'll use until the Akrapovic comes in. And the reason for me going away from a shorty exhaust, I'll be honest, is because of just how loud this exhaust is when it comes to cruising at 100 kilometers, 120, 140. And even if I have hearing protection on, after about 2.5, 3 hours, it's still, there. And I feel as if the bike, it's a little bit more vibrations and a little bit more of that. So while I love the look of this exhaust, I kind of just, I'm ready for the longer can. I'm doing longer rides, and again, it's Akrapovic, same company that makes this exhaust, but I rather just have the longer exhaust, a little bit more packing, a little bit more, the deeper rumble, and change up the look a bit. And I'm gonna get rid of this one because, as I said, maybe I'm getting older, but when I was 16, 17, 18 years old, long while back, I used to love having these shorties. But I think for me now, after having this shorty on, beautiful sounding bike, sounds really good with the longer cans too. Obviously this is definitely a different type of loud, but I have to give it up now, and I think I'm just gonna go with a longer can and call it a day, because it just makes more sense. So in order to put this exhaust on, not that big of a deal to change it back and forth. Initially what I was doing was I was changing this exhaust out when I was doing longer rides, but now I have a great medium, and which is going to be the Akrapovic longer can, and that solves my issues with the crazy amount of loud that I'm experiencing with this. And as I said, I love the exhaust, I love the way it looks. but it's sometimes just better to admit defeat. And obviously I don't want to risk my hearing more and more, even with the hearing protection and whatnot. So I rather just switch it out and hey, give it a new look, give it a new try, and it is what it is. So yeah, I'll be switching it out right now, and then I'll show you guys. And all it really is this bolt right here and one bolt right here from underneath, and basically 2 bolts, and it just comes right off. And I already have the headers done, and the headers are compatible with that stock can as well, and the new Akrapovic can that I have coming. I'm excited for the new Akrapovic can because I rode my friend's bike with it. It sounds smooth, it sounds great, it's not too crazy loud where it's, you know, attracting cops, magnets all over, and it's not too quiet where people can't hear me. So it works in all my favor. It works it works in the favor of what I'm trying to do with the bike now. It's not city riding. I don't enjoy city riding as much as I like going out for the longer 3-4 hours on a Sunday. So because of that, I have to give that a little bit of a change. And I hope that I can retain a little bit of burbles and pops, but that's okay. As I said, the bike's smooth, runs great. And let's get the exhaust on, and then from there we'll take the Z900 for a little rip and ride and see how that is. So exhaust is put on, very simple. Again, this bolt, it just goes in with the hanger that's already there, and then the bolt that was on the back we use on the thing on the shorty just goes over here. So the quick way to know where the clamp goes is they made a little groove here. And you see, if you put it this way, it won't go in the groove, but the clamp goes right in the groove there. And that allows this to get tightened perfectly. I mean, little engineering things from BMW that really impressed me, and that's one of them. Right, let's give this bike a start up. Hopefully the GoPro can capture it. And hopefully it's in neutral. All right. Sounds so much cleaner. So much cleaner. Look at that. That's the type of sound I grew up on. That's the type of sound I like. Still loud, just a nice grumble, you know, and loud in the sense of like my type of loud now. Before my loud was a screeching loud, now it's a little bit more tame loud. Actually, I grew up in the era where, you know, I had the longer cans on most of my bikes. Welcome back to the vlog, and we're on the Z900RS, my friend's bike, taking it for a little ride. It's completely stock right now, and yeah, taking it for a little ride. Beautiful bike though, beautiful weather for riding today too. And yeah, this is smooth as butter, to be honest. Very, very smooth bike. Oh yeah, this is a smooth bike. And the craziest part about this bike is it's comfortable. It's like a inline 4 comfortable, you know, Grand Tourer, man. And no wonder he did 4,000 kilometers on this. DXB King. I didn't know Kings drive Corollas, LE hybrids. Damn, bro. Shit, the bike King. Wow, this bike is smooth, and I love the power delivery. It's the other inline 4s that we have, the torque is very the torque is so, you know, high up in the RPM. This one is notchy. It's nice. It's like proper. Like you feel it between 2,000 to 3,000 RPMs. And in traffic, it's so comfortable. I'm sitting upright. I'm enjoying my, time riding the bike without being too aggressive. Yeah, this is actually a really beautiful bike, especially if you put an exhaust on this bike. Oh man. Well, not, not anything crazy, because obviously you'd be riding this around a little bit more. Brakes are nice, smooth, nothing too aggressive. He has them adjusted in a way where I don't like this thing, but he has them adjusted in a way where it's a very little press on the brake to actually get the bike to feel like it's braking. Rear brake's really nice. I had a little rip, nice little twisties, and you can hit some nice twisties on this bike. Because it's so comfortable, you don't feel it as much either in your body. Yeah, the handle's really nice. Wow. Oh yeah, it's the right amount of power. Like, I'm ripping it all the way to 9.5, 10,000 RPMs, and it's not like gonna launch you either. It's like perfect amount of power. I like it a lot. Well done. H2 riders know what they're doing. Maple biker out here. I think, well, he's a fan of Kawasaki's in general, so, but he's definitely right about this. This bike is absolutely a commuter, absolutely a whirlwind of fun, and so ergonomically amazing, where the seat is comfortable, and I'm having no, like, strain on my wrist, my back. So it's really nice. Doesn't have, I don't know if it has the auto on off blinkers. That's okay. Yeah, look at that. I'm in third gear and like easily 100 kilometers an hour. I mean, this bike is no slouch. This is a fast bike, so it's wow, it's really amazing what Kawasaki has managed to do with this lineup of bike. And stock form, this sounds beautiful. You don't need anything else, to be honest. If it sounds this nice already. Actually, let's go this way a little bit. Let's hit some more twistier roads. Not on the, well, the closer twistier roads. Just some back road, commercial roads, I guess you could say. I'm thoroughly impressed with this bike, and for the price that these bikes are going for, what they are giving you with the total amount of, package riding wise, amazing. I love the sound of this thing. My God, I'm impressed. Super smooth. I don't know if it's the intake, which is open, causing the intake to be be able to suck more air, and that's what I'm hearing. And the exhaust itself is a little bit muffled because it's stock right now. I don't know what it is, but honestly, it just needs a mid pipe, and it would be the perfect sound for me. I'm not all about, like, especially on the daily bikes, not really all about riding with the bike being too aggressively loud, just because it gets a little super annoying. So and super nimble, nimble bike where you can throw around the corners. I'm literally giving no effort of throwing this thing around, and it is being thrown around, and I could literally be riding this for 2-3 hours, and I don't think I'd have any problems. On the S1K, I'm tired after like an hour, I'll be honest.
And that's because obviously after an hour your back, your wrists, they're gonna be sore whether you like it or not. I mean, not sore, you get used to it, but it's very ergonomically different. The peg height for this bike, the way that it accelerates, where the power is, it has so much mid-range power. Such a great daily bike, in my honest opinion. Yeah, this is a totally nice packaged bike for daily riding, and I would recommend anyone. I mean, starting off on this bike, I don't know. I don't think I would suggest that. But I mean, if you're kind of like, let's say in your second or third season, then maybe then it would make sense. You could probably handle the power and the torque at the bottom with the accelerator, but otherwise I don't think this. Yeah, you could possibly start on it if you kind of like take it easy, but I would still say second or third season bike. It's not a first bike, in my honest opinion. Like, I'm just riding around the town right now. I'm riding around town, riding around the smaller streets just to test this maneuverability. I took it on the highway the other day. Yeah, it doesn't have the auto on-off feature, which we're kind of spoiled with these days. But again, it's the price, the packaging, awesome, and looks awesome. Retro 80s, 90s style bikes. I mean, you don't get that type of styling these days that much. Everyone's into the more aerodynamically angled looking bikes. So yeah, absolutely a thrill. Anyways, that was a little bit of the ride, a little bit of this bike. I mean, 900 cc's, it's a 900RS. I believe they didn't make that many of them, so definitely, I'm a sport bike guy, so for me to be praising something like this, it takes a lot. And I don't have anything against these type of bikes, but generally speaking, my thought process has been like, the moment I have to be on these type of bikes is the moment I know my sport bike days are over. But I think,
all right, well, the GoPro died, but I put the GoPro for charging. But impressions, I'm gonna give you quick impressions. K to this one, completely different feel, completely different exhaust note. Inline 4, but the body positioning, the seat, the wind deflection, just the way it feels, and the exhaust is obviously stock right now, but the throttle is really nice. It's really smooth. The bike is really planted. Honestly, amazing daily bike.